I'm back in Fullerton, California, and it's time to get back to exploring after a couple of days in Montreal, and then I took a day off to spend time with my family because I was gone for basically 3 days. I'm in a local 3. Here's a funny thing that I just came to realize while getting ready to shoot this video. There is nothing on my map that tells me this is a local 3 other than I just happen to know it's downtown Fullerton. It's besides downtown LA, it's the only local 3 I know of in my area. I'm sure there are more. I'm not saying there aren't more local 3s, I just don't know where they are, and I really need Dimetrodon. So what I'm gonna do for today's video is going to drop a rare scent capsule. I actually picked one up in yesterday's scent strike, and I already had one. So of course I have to burn one because I think we have a scent strike again tomorrow. Anytime you have either 2, basically anytime you have 2 of any of them, you just want to burn one and get rid of one so that you don't lose them, because you can still receive the rare scent strikes or the medium or the large or the epics if you already have 2. It is just lost, so no sense of wasting them and not getting DNA. How about that? So what I'm going to do today is we will go check out the situation on my Magna Puritor, and you can see that I need 6-7 fuses probably on my Magna, which means like I need 3,000. I don't think 3,000 is a realistic goal to get for Dimetrodon, but I would definitely like to put a huge chunk into that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna run at least 1 rare scent capsule here. But I also need Tenanto, and Tenanto is a park-only spawn. I don't know, especially with this week, because for like the next 5 weeks or 4 weeks counting this week, we're going to have themed weeks after the movies. So this week is Jurassic Park. So today, which is Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, and then on Thursday additionally, you're gonna be able to get Dilophosaurus Gen 2, and then additionally you're gonna get T-Rex Gen 2. Now where this is important is because those are both key ingredients for Tenanto Rex. You're really solid, unique in this game. But you need the Tenanto, and if you've been following my channel for like the last few weeks, you know that to me, Tenanto is the biggest unicorn in this game, even bigger than Irritator, because I'll get Irritator out of scent strike, out of incubators, but getting Tenanto it's a unicorn. All right, local 3, right off the bat, give me a, I don't want that. Like, Argentino is not what I wanted at all. So I'm gonna dart it just because it's a rare, but I'm not gonna be happy about it. Argentino did pick up a legendary hybrid, I believe, combined with Secondontosaurus. You have the legendary that actually is probably pretty decent. I'm gonna get moving here because I don't want to waste any time on my capsule, but I haven't really used it a whole lot. I wish my opinion of it was higher just off of the looks alone. I don't know anybody who's really done any extensive testing on that hybrid, but the clock has started. 19 minutes to go. I'm looking for Dimetrodon. What I'm gonna do is we got a rare strike tower, so I'm gonna make my way over to one of the many rare strike towers around, and cross my fingers that I have a very juicy, highly profitable capsule here, because if I don't get any Dimetrodon, I might just cry. I mean, I'm close to 1 fusion. I would hope that at least 1 Dimetrodon spawns at some point. Probably should check the field guide just to make sure Dimetrodon was still local 3. I'm almost positive it is, but wouldn't hurt to check the field guide, especially now in areas where we have so many different things spawning as far as like daily spawns. The epic for today is Proceratomimus, so be on the lookout for that. Since it is a unique epic hybrid, the spawn rates on it are extremely low. So if you don't see any, or if you've never seen some, you're like most people. Yuck. Don't need irritator Gen 2. All right, I'm on my way. We're still looking for our first Dimetrodon. It took an extremely long time to get to this point, but I finally got my first Dimetrodon. I have less than 10 minutes remaining on my scent capsule. I've had everything from, you saw the Argentinosaurus spawn, then I had an Ornithormimus spawn, I've had a Edmontosaurus spawn, so I've had plenty of rare spawns, just not the Dimetrodon that I'm looking for, and I'm really only looking for Dimetrodon, so it makes it really hard to be successful. And see, there's another Argentinosaurus which is about to go away. So what I need to do is I need to scoot, because I've got 7 seconds to get far enough away from that last spawn point. It's not gonna happen here, but that's what I was afraid of. I didn't get far enough away because it took me so long to find somewhere to put my camera down and record. So I have 1. I only have 4 more spawns, so 2 spawn points to go as I make my way towards this rare. I don't think there's 140 DNA option when going after a fuse. I'm gonna need at least 2 more. Alright, gonna continue walking. Hopefully you see me again a lot sooner than later. As you can probably guess, there were no more Dimetrodons to be found in this local 3. Luckily I made a little more progress towards my daily mission and picking up 100 extra Smilodons. I need to fire more direct hits, and then I just need to collect a little bit more DNA. This strike tower should actually do a pretty good portion of any of that DNA. Let me go ahead and do the 1 fuse that I have. Typically I like to wait until I have several fuses on these. It improves your odds of not going 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, whereas if you just do them random, your odds are actually greater. I mean, I would love to hit a 100 here, just as kind of a thank you. Well, it's 60. I mean, I'm not going to complain about a 60 at all. So that leaves me 4 fuses away, which is 2,000 Dimetrodon, and honestly 2,000 Dimetrodon feels like an almost impossible task given the state of my luck with scent capsules, but I'm not going to let this slow me down. Epic or rare strike tower, 5,000 coin, and then good DNA. Not always great DNA, but always really good DNA. This is a theme going, I'm pretty sure. I should have looked. I don't always forget, because the last video I remembered, but for this video I forgot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the attack on Triceratops here. Triceratops is kind of tricky because it does have 2 stun moves. If you're not using an immune dino, you can actually get into some trouble going up against a Triceratops, and with Dimetrodon being immune and having boosts and being level 23, it's really no problem there. And then we're going to go up against Brachiosaurus, which just has a ton of HP. Luckily for me, I'm going to be able to put pretty good hurt on it right here. 3,100 is, like I said, these rare towers for like lower level, newer players up until like upper low, I guess, these towers are going to present a pretty good challenge. It's not going to be something that you can no-brain, whereas if you're at the end game and you have high level dinos and you have boosts on your dinos, the rare towers are going to be probably pretty easy. And in fact, I might just one-shot T-Rex Gen 2 here. Let's see. Yeah, 3144 is going to get the job done. I mean, on the one hand, a 60 is like, that saves me like 1,000, give or take, 1,000 Dimetrodon DNA, as long as I don't go 10, 10, 10. So as long as I just go average, that was huge. At the same time, not finding more than 1, ooh, is like a punch to the gut, you know? So this was a themed incubator, Jurassic Park, the original movie, and super cool looking. I love how they do the themed incubators. I think they look really great. Dilophosaurus, I mean, anytime I find Tenonto, I'm in good shape to do some serious work on my Tenonto Rex. Unfortunately, Tenontosaurus is just as hard to find, if not harder to find, than Dimetrodon. In fact, Tenonto is more difficult to find than Dimetrodon for most people. Just for me, they're about on par with each other. Trying to figure out what I'm saying there. Parasaurolophus for almost $3,000. Triceratops only 88, which means my next rare is going to be a significant amount. 684, I'd say it's a pretty significant amount, and just as I suspected, that is going to easily push me over my DNA requirement, which just leaves me direct hits, and that is something that can easily be done. Now I've just got to decide, am I going to, where am I going to put my last rare scent capsule? Do I go for the Tenonto, which I'm at 90 of 200, or do I go for my Dimetrodon, which I'm at 120 of 200? I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's all I've got. So until next time.